RMBI gene, here to take you on another level and new horizons.
Hey everybody, my name is Reggie Maddox. Welcome to the Simple Straight Talk channel. Now for this video, please, don't forget, like, subscribe, comment. I'll respond back. You know what I'm saying? My channel is all about discussion. Now, occasionally I'll see something on other people's channels that I might post a response to. Now, I never go at anybody. 90% never go at anybody unless I feel like you just coming straight out of pocket. But when it comes to this guy, I think it's the street preacher, the Untamed guy, he did a thing where he was outside Kirk Franklin's show. Then I think he was outside. He goes to these popular venues and basically tries to call people out about their relationship with God. Now, in the video I posted in response to the one that he did with Kirk Franklin, some people said, hey, I understand what you're saying. You're talking about the character traits of Jesus Christ, the way he approached people, how he drew people in. Some people totally did not even understand what the video was about, because I was basically saying that I was not taking his side. I was not taking Kirk Franklin's side or the street preacher side. My side, my point of view was that if you approach people the wrong way, then you're more than likely to push them away than actually to bring them in, especially when you're talking about a person's lifestyle, because people go through things that can make them sort of wander off the path. But if you yelling and screaming, it doesn't mean you're going to bring them back. Now, to all of the trolls or whatever people that had a little negative response and comments to that video, whenever somebody responds to my video, I'll tell you now, I go and look at your channel. I go to see, you made your comment that you didn't like what I said. You expressed your view. So I go and look at your channel to try to understand what you're about. 99% of you have absolutely nothing on your channel. You're not talking about anything. You're sitting here defending somebody who makes a YouTube video that, portrays him as trying to be this person for God. But you know nothing about him, but you defending him. Why? Are you defending him because you believe what he's saying is right about that person? Or are you defending him because you don't like the person? I watched one video where he actually just called out two guys. They wasn't even going to the concert or the bar across the street. They were just walking. And the way he yelled at them and came at them, and you can tell they didn't like it. But the thing about it is, you don't know somebody. You don't know a person. You don't know what their relationship is with God. You don't know if they believe that Jesus is coming back again. So if you to stand on the street corner yelling at everybody like you're this holier than thou, perfect person, that you live this great and completely sin-free life, is a lie. It's a lie. So that's why I say, when you sit there and you say that you're trying to lead people back to God, you have to be willing to get to know the people. Read the Bible. Jesus got to know the people. He didn't walk into the place where the sinners were and start yelling and screaming. He sat down with them. He talked to them. His presence, his voice, his holiness drew them to him. He didn't go in angry and yelling and condemning people. But yet you got people like the unnamed street preacher or untamed street preacher who yells and condemns people and knows nothing about them. And y'all here co-signing everything he say. Y'all know nothing about this dude. Nothing at all. Now, I'm not knocking him. If he's legit and he's living right, that's the way to be. More power. But the way he carries, the way he conducts himself, the way he conducts himself, and even in the videos that he's filming and posting on his channels, It's not always of Christ. And you got to realize that. So I understand y'all sitting here trying to call, y'all applauding him for calling all these people out. But most of y'all who are sitting here applauding him, what are you doing? What are you doing? You got a YouTube channel with not one video. I don't see one video of you saying anything about God, his love, or trying to win people back to him. Even if you got a YouTube channel that's giving advice on life and living right and dealing with the principles of life, y'all got none of that. But you sit behind this guy co-signing somebody that you don't know, co-signing somebody who mainly attends public forums, and this is how y'all want to come at other people. Everything you see on my channel, it's all motivational, inspirational. I believe in God. But if you look at my channel, you can see what I'm about. I'm not hiding behind any avatars or fake pictures. When you look at my YouTube channel, you see me. You know exactly who you're talking to. Just like right now, you know exactly who you're talking to. I'm not hiding behind a faceless YouTube channel or a faceless social media app and coming out and trying to attack people or post all these comments. So that's the thing about it. The Untamed preacher, or many people call him the street preacher. I stand by what I say. I think he's wrong the way he conducts himself. I think he's wrong in the way he addresses certain people. I think he's not displaying a Christ-like spirit. And then y'all are all trying to say the Bible says, but here's the thing. You quote what the Bible says, but you don't demonstrate the characteristics or the traits. You just want to quote stuff and yell without having the characteristics and traits. You can't do that. You can't separate the two. You can't separate the characters and traits of Jesus Christ from the word. So you want to yell and scream and be angry and bitter and violent and condemn people with the word, but you abandon the traits, the qualities, the love, the peace, the calmness of Jesus Christ, the holiness. You abandon all that. If I see somebody that I feel is going astray and I come and talk to them, but I talk to them in a way that's saying like, listen, I know times are hard and I know you may be going through something. I see you going into the strip club and I know sometimes you're dealing with things, you need to talk. Come to the Sunday school or the Wednesday prayer meeting. Let me pray with you. Or sometimes, man, let me just talk with you. We can go to a game and we can talk. That's a big difference from me sitting there. I saw you in the strip club. You going to hell. You are not a child of God. You going to... Who's going to listen to me? And even though the first way I did it, the person may be like, thank you, I don't know. But at least they know that when they're ready, there's somebody there who's willing to receive, talk to them, and pray for them versus somebody who's yelling, condemning, and sounding like a madman. So take that as it is. And I know some of y'all probably going to drop down and start commenting again. Like I said, I don't hide from y'all comments. I say what I say. Keep your comments respectful. If you disagree, you want to support the Untamed, I think it's the Untamed preacher, Untamed. I apologize. It's the Untamed. I know they call him the street preacher. You want to support him? More power to you. My thing is, know who you're supporting. Know who that person is. Don't just go by what you see in a few minute clips of specific situations that they're telling you about. You need to be familiar with who that person is, because what somebody posts on YouTube, what he does when he's out on the streets is not the same thing when he's at home, when there's nobody around. A lot of people are like that. TV stars, celebrities, they all like that. They'll show you one thing. They'll portray an image to you that they want you to buy. But there's always something behind that. So you need to make sure before you start judging and following and co-signing people, don't just co-sign the image. You need to make sure you understand and know who that person is behind the scenes. I'm just saying. All right, I appreciate y'all listening. Catch you later.
It's time to tune in. This here's so fire. Empower your voice to inspire. Yeah, R&B Ajim.